All right. TikTok. Welcome, everybody, to my live stream. My name is Austin Hamilton, also known as the Porn Coach, the Coach of Porn. We are here to talk about one question as a conversation starter to many, many other questions in life. The question is porn cheating? Is it considered cheating, in your opinion, to masturbate while watching strangers have sex outside of your relationship? I do have to say, guys, that based on the Supreme Court hearing the TikTok case today, it's not looking good for TikTok. The early indication from the pundits, the political pundits, if you will, is that the Supreme Court is going to uphold the ban, meaning that TikTok is very likely to be banned in the United States of America on January 19th. Okay? That's the bad news. The good news is I locked in a date to go do campus debates at my alma mater, the Arizona State University. The first one will be on January 27th. So, I expect the content will be relatively similar to what I've got going on here. It just won't be live because you're not allowed to live stream unless I can work something out different with them. So follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. The links are in my bio if you want to make sure you can stay in touch with me. Although, from what I understand of the ban, is it'll be removed from the App Store. So I believe if you have it installed on your device, you'll be able to keep it. But who knows how it will actually play out. Okay? So go over to my Instagram, go over to my YouTube. The links are in my bio. Give me a follow. And it'll be a very sad day. Maybe I'll move to somewhere else. All right. Hey there. What's going on?
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thanks. Is porn cheating?
Uh, well, that, in my opinion, that depends because so let's say, for example, would you, so in what sense? Let me see. I wouldn't consider it cheating, man, because unless you're unless there's like, in my opinion, pornography is actually it prevents you from cheating, if anything, because as a man, you have a natural urge to sometimes you naturally have, if you're a man in a committed relationship and you've seen a very attractive woman walk by, it's going to be hard for you to just ignore her and not have any sort of sexual thoughts or arousal towards her, or being in her presence. You get what I mean? So
Sure.
so that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like it isn't considered cheating in my opinion. It's like it's like the best alternative to cheating, because
Okay.
you get what I
Well,
mean.
okay. Sure. Let's say, are you in a relationship?
No, I used to be, but I decided to be single for the rest of my entire life.
Oh, for the rest of your life. Why is that?
I was in a relationship in the past, and it burned me. It burned me really bad and gave me trust issues. So kind of trying to kind of traumatized from that one.
That sucks, man. All right. So say you're in a relationship, which you're not, and you're never going to be again, unless something changes. Were you on the other night? Did I talk to you before?
Yep. Yeah, you did.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's because we both had a we both it's because you said I guess we'll agree to disagree, because you were
Okay.
like I forgot what it's like, but it's basically like it was a we would agree to disagree kind of thing.
Yeah. That happens a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, man. But yeah, but like it was but basically like the point that I'm making now is different from the previous one though. But yeah, like that's I
Well,
think it's a good alternative though to cheating though, in my opinion. Like it's because it's basically like this. Okay, so it's basically like, do you know, like, for certain people when they're in relationships as they get older, in order to keep the relationship spicy and keep it going, they may like they may become like swingers and bring other people into the relationship. You get what I'm saying? So in my opinion, like pornography could be like an alternative way to keep the relationship going, but without anybody getting hurt. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you're not getting involved with somebody that's going to be a part of your life, and that your wife is going to have to worry about you going and leaving the house and spending time with. She knows, like, as long as there's that communication, like honey, I love you to death, I love you, but at the end of the day, as a man, like we have that natural urge. I can lie to you and go behind your back and cheat on you, or even do this behind your back, but I'm going to be upfront about you. This is what I do. If this is a problem, then you know what I mean.
Okay. So if
Is
you're in a
that too much?
relationship, if you're in a relationship and you see an attractive woman, which sure that can happen, right? You can see somebody who's attractive. Would you agree though that there's a difference between just seeing somebody and acknowledging that they're attractive and then going and masturbating to that person?
Yeah, there's a difference. Yeah, that. Yeah, I get what you mean right there. But I mean, in a sense, like for example, like like I've said before, there are times like where I see women like who are like I'm pretty attracted to the point where I may have like sexual thoughts towards her, but I make sure I don't act on it. I keep it to myself and I go about my business. But I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. Okay. Um, well, wouldn't you? I would say. Well, I would just ask the question: what would be more honoring towards your spouse to let those thoughts fester and to cultivate those thoughts, those sexual thoughts that might arise, or to redirect your thoughts and say, "Nope, I'm going to keep my eyes, my thoughts on my wife."
Well, yeah, yeah. Like in a perfect world, morally, that would be the solution. But that's a reason. That's the reason why a lot of relationships tend to fail. I've noticed is because of people like they want to make things work, but if that attraction isn't there, or if there isn't some alternative to keep the attraction or spice going, the relationship, in my opinion, I don't think it will last long.
Okay. So, what happened in your relationship to where you never want to date again?
Uh, well, we was together. Everything was pretty cool. She was nice or whatever, and the intimacy was really good to where it was too good, and that right there kind of led to the problem, which was that the reason why she was so good was because she was getting around with everybody in town, and then I was being naive and I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to hear it, and then it reached a breaking point where she broke up with me because I didn't have my stuff together when I had all of the reasons to break up with her because of her making me look like a fool. So that did something to me because I felt that I should have been the one breaking up with her. You get what I mean?
Yeah. So she slept with a bunch of other people,
Yeah, she was
everybody in
like
town.
not like that, but she was getting around. You know what I mean, bro? She was getting around.
How long did you date her?
It was about for a good 8 months. Just for a good 8 months, and like even people were like, man, like I got respect for men, but I heard some things, man. I heard some things, and I was like, whatever, man. I'm not trying to hear it, man. Whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the gist of it, So that right there was my turning point where I was like, man, I don't trust women anymore because
Were
like
you
that
watching porn while you were in that relationship?
and you know what? To my surprise, when I was in a relationship, I stopped watching porn because she was there. She was she was there. But then after that happened, like porn, I like you know what, man. I guess I hope I don't have a problem, but that's the thing. Like I'm able to go long amounts of time without any intimacy with a woman or interaction. You know what I'm saying? And as a substitute, whenever I need to, man, I just go on the computer and I just do I take care of business. You know what I mean? So
How old are you,
again,
man?
that was too much information. My bad, man. I'm sorry about that, brother.
How
I'm
old are
sorry
you?
about that. I'm 29.
29. Okay.
Oh, yes,
All
sir.
right. Excuse me. All right. Well, thanks for sharing, man.
Yeah, no problem, brother. Have a good day, man.
You too. Bye.
All right, bye.
Man, we'll see how long I last tonight. I'm starting a little late. Hey there. What's going on?
Hi,
Are you 18 or over?
I am. I'm
Okay.
19.
All right. Is porn cheating?
I would say, well, to me, in my opinion, I would say yeah, but I think it depends on how people view porn because, like, there's people who don't see anything wrong with porn, but they also choose to, like, overlook the physiological and psychological effects of porn, I think. But if for me, if I were in a relationship, if I would consider it cheating or not would also be about how my partner feels about it. Like I think that would determine. I
So how do
think it's
you view it?
situational. I mean, to me, I would say it's cheating, but it depends on like how my partner views it, if that makes sense. Because if my partner came to me and he was like, I'm watching porn, I think that because first of all, I see it as an addiction before I see it as a like cheating or not. So if it's something that he is willing to like acknowledge as an addiction or like acknowledge as a problem and like work to fix, then I wouldn't really see it as cheating. I would just more see it as like something he's working on because I feel like I'm more empathetic at first. But if it were something that he was like, no, like I don't want to change, then I think then I would see it as cheating.
Well, two things could be true, right? It could be cheating and an addiction,
I guess that's true, yeah.
right?
I guess it's just my attitude towards like it is situational because like if the guy is willing to change or like does change, then I don't think that it would be like a deal breaker for me, but otherwise I would consider it a deal breaker if that makes sense.
So at what point would it become a deal breaker?
Um I think it would be a deal breaker if like he weren't willing to like see it as an issue or like change or at least acknowledge my feelings on the matter because it does come with a lot even for your partner like you don't even realize like how they feel. It's not just like a personal thing.
Okay. Okay. Are you in a relationship right now?
Yeah, I am.
Does your partner watch porn?
No, he doesn't. And I mean I obviously can't say I know that for a fact, but I would say I'm pretty confident about it. But also I'm gonna
Is he
get like
there?
flamed.
Can you ask him?
He's not, but I have asked him like
Oh.
recently.
Oh, okay. What did
He
he say?
used to. I know he used to, but it was something that like he struggled with, and he definitely worked on it and like talked to me about it. And like he doesn't now, at least to my knowledge, but he has previously. But he also sees that as like cheating. But the other guy was talking about how like if you're not having sex or whatever in your relationship, then the guys are gonna go to something else. And in my relationship, I'm waiting until marriage. And so, like, I know everyone's gonna be like, oh, he definitely is watching porn or like sleeping with other people. But yeah, so that's another factor.
Got it. Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
All right. Bye bye. Like and share, people. Like and share. Wow, we only have 66 people in here, which is fine. Totally fine. Small but mighty. Hey there, what's going on?
Not much. I just saw your live, and I didn't even know anyone thought that it was cheating. So it was
What do you
interesting to
think?
listen. I don't think it's cheating.
Okay. Krista. You don't think it's cheating. Okay, tell me more.
Um, shit. I don't know. I just it seems normal to me. But I just always thought it was. I don't watch it, but I just assumed, you know, guys do. I mean,
Are
I
you
have. I
are you
don't
in a
do it regularly.
relationship?
Yeah.
Married, dating?
We've been together for 12 years. We're not married, but we've been together for 12 years.
Do you have kids?
Yes.
Okay. Does your partner watch porn?
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I don't mind. I mean, shit, sometimes, especially like when I was pregnant and stuff, sometimes I'm tired or I'm nauseous or, I mean, obviously guys have needs and, you know, if I can't do it, I don't want him going out and doing it with someone else. So if he wants to, I mean, guys don't have, I mean, some guys do, I guess, but don't, not all guys have a good imagination. So in my opinion, that's just what helps them because girls, when they masturbate or I don't know if I can say that word, but they think about stuff. And I mean, I can say I haven't thought about my boyfriend every time I've ever done it. So why would he have to think about me all the time?
Okay. So you said it's a need. What's the need?
Um, Needing to, you know, if you need to have sex or if you need whatever.
Well, you're saying there's a
I don't know
need.
what words I can
Like,
say and which ones I can't.
well, I'm just curious. Like, is masturbating while watching strangers have sex on the internet? Is that a need?
No. I was talking about like his sexual needs. If I cannot fulfill them for him, then he can do it himself. And if he's doing it himself, is he supposed to just stare at a wall?
Good.
I mean, he could.
Or the ceiling, or the floor.
Yeah, if ceilings
Well, I
or
guess
floors
I guess
turn
I'm
you
curious
on, then-
why bring other women into it?
Um, I don't know. For lack of imagination, I guess.
Okay. So if he wants to have sex and you don't want to, you're basically what you're saying without saying it is, hey, just go watch some strangers have sex and masturbate to them, get aroused by them. Imagine what it might be like to be with them so that you can ejaculate because I don't want to do it right now.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting.
I mean, it's not that I don't want to do it, but you know, when I was pregnant, I there were times that I was sick, especially the first 3 months of both of my last two pregnancies. I was sick the entire time, and it's like, I mean, I guess some guys can just wait, you know, 9 months and not have sex at all and not masturbate at all and just be patient, but I haven't met that guy.
Well, my my point is that it's possible to masturbate without watching other people have sex. Let's just say
I mean, yeah, I believe that's true too. I don't think
Okay.
they always do.
Okay. How do you feel that your partner gets aroused while watching other women have sex?
Well, I would get aroused by watching other women have sex.
Okay. And as a replacement of having sex with you?
Not if that was like his only. I mean, if he said, "Hey, I don't want to have sex with you anymore because watching TV is more interesting," because then we wouldn't be in a relationship.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
But I'm not even saying that what I'm thinking is right. I never even thought about it as being cheating until I just saw your live. I'm just
Okay.
saying what I've thought up until tonight. I never even considered that.
Got it. Okay. Well, when you think about it for a minute, what do you think?
I just don't. I can't. I mean, if it's a question of whether you think that porn is wrong altogether, that's one thing. But if it's, I mean, just that, like, I don't know, because like when the way you said it, it sounds like way worse than what I was thinking. Like, because I picture like two consenting adults, like, you know, having sex in a video. But I mean, I guess there are bad videos. I've never thought about it that in depth because, like I said, I don't normally watch it or anything. I've seen it, but I don't watch it. But I don't know. Now you got me questioning myself.
Good. That's a good thing to do. Well, what do you think? Do you think porn's bad or wrong?
I mean, if it's an adult and it's consensual, then I mean, I would assume most people would be wanting to do that if they were doing it, but I haven't like delved into like all the different types of porn either, so I don't know. I know there's some weird stuff out there.
Yeah, well, when you look at how the sausage is made with pornography, there's a lot to uncover there. One example is on one of the major hub sites, the biggest hub site. There was a study where they found that 1 in 8 videos on the homepage only, just the homepage, 1 in 8 videos were videos of either underage people or non-consensual sex. 1 in 8.
Oh wow.
So the odds are, if somebody has participated in one of those major hub sites, they probably watched something, or at least seen a video of somebody underage or non-consensual sex, and that's only the ones that they could prove.
Wow.
So I think it's a fallacy. Well, I know it's a fallacy that, oh, porn is just two consenting adults. It's, in many cases, it's not. In some cases it is, but in many cases it's not when you actually look at how it's made.
I never even knew that.
The more you know.
Yeah, right. Well,
But
I've got some stuff to look into now.
yeah, go research it. Go to fightthenewdrug.org. It's a great website. But here's my question, or again, just to ponder for you is, you seem so readily admissible of your partner, your long-term partner who you have children with, masturbating to other women who aren't you so that he can experience sexual fulfillment. And we know that doesn't really produce more intimacy between a couple. It actually takes intimacy away from the couple.
See, I thought that it would do the opposite, because if they weren't getting any type of that and weren't doing it for themselves, then wouldn't they go out to someone else to get that?
Maybe. But what's the alternative? How can you just create true intimacy with your partner? To say, hey, instead of saying it's either I do this now or they go cheat on me, it's, well, let's have a conversation about this. Self-control could be implemented, right? There's other creative possibilities with regard to sex,
That's a good point.
right? So I think a lot of people just jump to that. Well, if we don't do this now, or if I'm not ready whenever he wants to or she wants to or whatever, then he or she is going to cheat. Well, there's tons of other possibilities short of just going and cheating on the person. I can hear the wheels turning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was so right when I started this conversation.
Well, maybe there's room to explore.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. Think about
Thank
it,
you
okay?
for the insight.
Yeah. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, we have 8,000 likes here and only 58 people, which means those of you who are tapping the like button, you guys are crushing it. Crushing it. Crushing it. Why is this live so small? Where is everybody? Do you do lives about the industry itself? Sometimes. That's all right. There's only 9 days left to TikTok anyways, so. Hello from Oklahoma, or to Oklahoma. Hey there, what's going on?
Nothing, just sitting here, found your live.
Okay. Well, what do you think?
Yes, definitely.
What's going on?
I found out this morning that my husband slipped again and started using porn again. And the last time was 5 years ago, and he got really deep into it, whereas he went outside of the marriage. And it wasn't good for a while, but we thought we made it through. But this morning he sent me a text saying, I need to tell you that I slipped. And so I looked at his phone when he got home from work, and he's been slept for 3, 4 months. He hasn't contacted anybody, but
Yeah.
I don't think these younger girls and that first man realize the damage it causes between us. So I'm just trying to decide if this is the way I want to live my life with him.
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like you've been through a lot over the last 5 years or more.
Yep. I've always thought that at first, it's okay to look, but I don't think so once I found out all the other things. The last time I caught him, he didn't tell me. I found all the messages and searched his phone and found out where he was when I was out of town taking care of my grandson. So it made it even worse that I wasn't home.
So,
Made me feel guilty for not
yeah.
doing what I needed to do.
So what's today been like? You found this out this morning.
Riding a roller coaster. I feel angry. I feel hurt. I feel embarrassed. I feel shame. I promised myself I wasn't going to cry, but it just hurts so bad to know that the person I love that much could hurt me.
Yeah.
Makes me feel inadequate.
It sounds like the way you're talking is that he's been in some sort of recovery process.
He went to therapy, and by the time he ended therapy, we had a group therapy together with his therapist, and we were communicating very well. And then things just, I don't know, we just started, I don't know, not paying attention to each other as much. Getting wrapped up in other things going on with our kids. But I don't know, he hasn't said if he wants to try and contact a new therapist or not yet.
Yeah. What are you wanting?
I want him to figure this out. I want to be with him. But I don't know if he can do this again. I don't know if this is going to be an every 5-year thing. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I want to be able to help him, but he has to be able to do the work.
Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
7 years, but we've been together over almost 30 years.
Did you know something was going on prior to 5 years ago, or was it all new to you then?
5 years ago, I started to get suspicious because he was more protective of his phone. And I asked him one day to use his phone for something because I couldn't use my phone. And he kind of hesitated and did some things on it before he handed it to me. And then I kind of just knew. And I knew that I could get into his email. And that's, yeah. I looked at his email the next day and started looking at instant messages and stuff that I could see on the computer.
And he had a physical affair around that time?
Yeah. There's a website, I guess, called Skip the Game. Evidently, they're local women that you can contact, and they hook up whenever.
Mm-hmm. So, what are you going to do from here?
I don't know yet. I'm hoping to ask him to get help. Try and get back to where we were talking to each other more. I mean, I guess I didn't check in with him enough to ask
Don't put
him.
it on you. Don't put it on you. It's not your fault.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying. But I sometimes feel like it is.
Yeah, but you know that's a
I
lie.
know. I know that. I know it's his problem. I just don't know if he's willing to try and dig deep to share.
What has he said he's going to do?
He said whatever it takes. And he said whatever I want him to do, he'll do. He just doesn't want to lose me.
I wonder what was going on for him 3 or 4 months ago when he decided to start hiding porn again.
He was developing diabetes, and earlier he was having issues with erectile dysfunction. And when he started losing weight because of the diabetes medication, I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I know on top of that, his daughter doesn't speak to us and hasn't spoken to us for over a year. She's 28. She's got mental health issues. So I figured maybe it was the holidays and the depression. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably all the above. And him letting off the gas of his recovery work.
Yeah. He said he found himself on TikTok, and then all of a sudden it went from TikTok to starting the porn again, and then looking up girls in the area, but never contacted anyone. Of course, that's what he says. It's really hard to believe after the first time.
So what's your plan?
Hopefully tomorrow we can sit down and try and work something out so that I can try and get him some help. See if he can understand what he did and actually how he told me. I mean, he told me in a text. And that kind of irritated me because, I mean, I would have rather it been face to face.
You know,
Instead of call me, I have to tell you I slept with the porn again.
yeah. Yeah, that's quite the surprise, especially after 5 years.
Yeah. Something to wake up to and just,
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear you're going through that, Brenda.
Thank you. I just hope other people are listening and realize that it would damage the rabbit hole that it can lead to.
Yeah. They're listening. They're listening.
he's never, I mean, he's always taken the responsibility, so at least I know he's realized it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's-
Well, it sounds like he's wanting. It sounds like he's wanting you to tell him what to do, which, fine. On one hand, fine, but he probably knows what he needs to do. He's got to get back into therapy, get back into his group work, and figure out what happened to where he fell back into this.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. That's the only thing I can think of. I'm just hoping he's honest and truthful and getting to the bottom of it. To knowing why it all started.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Where
super
it's
important
coming
to figure
from.
out.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I don't think the last time he really figured out where it all started. Therapist just told him to stop, and he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna stop." And
Yeah,
at
that's
first, I was like, "Okay, I guess you can watch it if you really need to, but you need to tell me."
no,
Oh
Brenda.
no, I
You know
know.
better than that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, saying you just need to stop is really not helpful. You got to figure out what got you there in the first place, and especially, I don't know how old you guys are, but I can do the math and roughly figure it out. He's got a whole lifetime of stuff to unpack to help figure out what got him to this point.
Yeah.
And that's some really hard work.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult. He's not a type of open book type person.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
going to have to learn to be.
I'm a therapy person. I like to make sure I know, get my shit together, know what I'm doing, where I'm going. I just feel bad because I just had therapy on Tuesday. And yay, another 3 weeks before I go back to tell my therapist, yeah, I'm not as happy as I was.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry you're going through that, Brenda. I've got resources linked to my bio, and I help people with it, both one-on-one as well as in group. So if you guys are interested in that, you can get more info in my bio. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yep, thank you.
All right, take care.
hmm
Angel Wings, mine carried it from his last sexless marriage, and he just didn't stop until I broke to pieces after I found out. Sorry to hear that. Hey there, what's
Yo, yo.
going on? Yo, yo.
Oh, not much. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What is your name? Chassois?
Chasseur des vagues. It's a wave hunter.
Chassois de Vagues.
Yeah, it's French.
Okay. All right, what's up?
I totally think it's cheating. I think it's definitely a symptom of lack of communication between two people. And I think a lot of people aren't really willing to have the discussions and be transparent with, some of these causes. And I'll use myself as an example. So I was in a long-term relationship with this girl about 2.5 years. When we first met, she looked good. And then, we got comfortable. I kept working out. I kept myself, in good shape. And she went the other direction.
Or she let herself go?
She let herself go, yeah.
Okay.
And so, I've got a sister. You can't just tell a chick, she's getting fat. They
You
take
can.
that.
You can,
can.
but results may vary.
Yeah. So, with her, it's like, okay, I was faithful. I didn't talk to other chicks. I didn't watch porn. But as the time progressed and she got, a little larger and larger, the thought kind of crept up. And it was on me for not being 100%.
The thought of what, watching porn or cheating on her?
Yeah. Porn.
Watching porn, okay.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. I mean, one's just the mental aspect, cheating, you know, it's physical and mental.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I look back at that because obviously that didn't end well, that relationship. And
Did you do it? Did you turn to porn, or did you talk to her?
so I tried suggesting, you know, hey, let's go on walks, or let's go hike, or let's go do things, activities.
Hey, let's go on a 10-mile walk every day.
Yeah, you know, and I could go surf for like 4 or 5 hours, and she definitely would not do that. But I tried doing little things, you know, little steps to try to get, you know, her more active,
Hmm.
and it didn't work. But where I failed as a man, and you know, it's definitely a learning lesson, was I should have been brutally honest and been like, hey, like when we got into this relationship, you know, I want to get down and dirty every night. You know, a year and a half in, you put on 20 pounds. You know, like that same level of attraction is not there, and it's causing weaknesses in my own mind that I may need to unpack, you know, and work on myself. And I didn't have that conversation with her, so that's where I fucked up. But
Yeah. Well, that takes a lot of ownership, man. Good for you
yeah,
for
for sure.
realizing that. Yeah.
I don't know if any dudes listen to this channel at all, but
They're
I
there.
gotta say, it's you know, there's other things you can be doing as a man with your spare time. If you have that like urge, I'd say just go work out, read a book, reach out to family, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think you're right on. It's a conversation, a difficult conversation was avoided, right? You were avoiding a difficult conversation, whether that's the one about your concern for what was going on with her, or just about your attraction, right? It's you weren't having that conversation, and that's
yeah,
I think you have a
exactly.
lot of awareness around that right now.
Yeah, for sure. There's hints, but that's not being direct.
Yeah.
I was actually
Yeah.
kind of afraid of having that conversation and having the reaction of it because I had seen it. You know, my dad called my sister fat once when we were kids. And that was a big trauma for her, and she never let it go. And I'm like, fuck, like, I can't have this conversation.
Well, yeah, there's something wired in you with wanting to avoid that conversation. Krista said, Austin, how would I actually handle this? So, I mean, look, there's no right answer here, okay? I think, you know, just one, are you committed to loving the person no matter what? And I think that there can be, you know, if there's legitimate concern for somebody's health, it's not necessarily their appearance, but their health. Like, you know, I mean, I'm like a yo-yo with my weight. And sometimes my wife, she has made comments to me, and I'm like, yeah, I really don't like that you said that. And, okay, well, I should probably listen to that. It can be a very touchy subject culturally. And especially like everybody has some sort of story with body image.
Yeah.
I think the key is though, are you coming at it from a genuine point of concern for the person, or is it something that's more what's the word? Not materialistic. Is it more vanity based? Hey, you
Well,
gained 10 or 20 pounds.
Back then, you know, I was in my young 20s, so it was probably, you know, more vanity based
Yeah.
for sure. But, you know, health is important. I don't want to croak at 60. So I keep up with it. And if there's somebody that I meet that I love, I would definitely, you know, want them to have a long, happy life too. So health is important.
Yeah. Yeah, and so there's maybe a values misalignment there, but also just can you see the person for their inner beauty, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've dated some cute girls that have shit personalities, and it's like makes you reconsider.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, for sure. Have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Hey there. What's going on? Hello.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that it went on there. I
Okay.
don't know how to work TikTok.
All right. I'll kick you off. No problem. All right. I'm going to go to bed soon. It's kind of great that it's a small live. This might be the one of the last 9 lives, people. Hey there. What's going on?
Hello?
Hi there.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you to pick me.
Oh, well, here you are. Is porn cheating?
Yeah, I don't think it's cheating per se. It just depends on what the standards that are set in your dynamic with your partner. Like, for instance, my sister, she does not tolerate her partner watching porn at all. But I personally, I don't care. I drive trucks, and so my outlook on it is different, but it can desensitize. It can desensitize you to your partner. I believe.
You're a truck driver?
Yes,
Fascinating. What percentage of truck drivers are female? 12.1%.
a
Did you know
very,
that?
very little bit. Yeah, something around there. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know it's
about
less than 20%. Yeah.
yeah, 12.1%. Do you know what a lot lizard is?
Yeah, I've had some try to come in my truck for me.
Oh gosh. Women or
Yeah,
men?
women.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't care.
Isn't there a male equivalent of that term?
Lot lizards? I don't know. Maybe it's a lot snake. I don't. I don't know.
Sleeper creeper? Have you heard of that one?
Ew, no, that sounds gross though.
What do you call a male lot lizard? A bearded dragon. A male lot lizard.
Yeah, and those lot lizards, I don't know. A lot of people that have addictions with lot lizards and stuff like that as well. They be spending their checks on them lizards, and them
Yeah,
women, they be
I
dirty.
worked with a guy once who was a truck driver, and he was talking about his affair he had. He was like, I was in my truck at a rest stop, and all of a sudden, this woman was in my truck naked, and stuff started happening. He's like, I don't even know how it happened. I'm like,
Stuff started happening.
bro, a lot lizard preyed on you. That's what happened. Lock the doors.
Yeah, but some of them will act crazy. Like they will get on your truck without your permission, and then when you try to like get them off, they will scream and act like you attacking them and stuff like that
Oh
until you
wow,
give them some money. Yeah, it's dangerous. The
that's
people will
crazy.
hop in your truck. If you have to leave that passenger door locked, because if you don't, people will hop in there. My partner, he a truck driver as well, and a man hopped in his truck and pulled out drugs trying to sell him some.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
jeez,
Yeah, to beg the
crazy.
man to get out. Yeah. But
Yeah.
but
All right. So sorry. Back on topic. So
yeah.
your sister thinks it's cheating, but you don't. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So if your partner is it a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Your boyfriend. So your boyfriend. Do you mind if he masturbates while watching other women have sex?
Uh no. But I'm different as well because like I'm bisexual myself personally. Me and my
Okay.
partner send porn to each other. Like we exchange porn. Like or
Porn of
he'll like
yourselves or of stuff you found on
no
the
of
internet?
other stuff we watch.
Okay.
You know, he'll be like, "What's the last porn you watch?" And I'll just send it to him, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said, it's I don't see it in the same way, but I drive trucks, and also I'm 32 years old, so I don't know. I guess my perception is different, but it can cause damage within a relationship, and it can motivate you to look outside your relationship. I feel as though like it'll be a problem if you're not secure with your partner, or if you desire things outside of your partner, or if you're not being completely honest about your desires with your partner. Because a lot of times when men watch porn, they're watching things that they wish they could be doing with their partner, or other things that they're not telling their partner about
Yeah.
that they desire.
So, all right. So you're bisexual. Um, what does that mean for your relationship? Are you monogamous
Am I
or not?
monogamous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
am. We are in a monogamous relationship, but I really want us to be in a polygamous relationship, not with multiple people, but I want us to have like another partner that's a female. You know what I mean? Like a I think they call it a throuple.
Yeah. Okay. Just get one of those lot lizards. Problem solved.
No, no, no. But
So you guys are monogamous, and you want to introduce another woman into the relationship.
yeah,
Okay. Why is that?
because I'm bisexual. I'm fully bisexual. Like a man could never completely satisfy my desires,
Are you there?
but never either.
What
Because the things
what
that I desire in a man are completely different from the things that attract me to a woman.
what are those? What do you desire from a man versus a woman?
Uh,
Yo, you turned your there you are. You're
hello.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Um, I don't know. Women think different from men. The energy you get from a woman is different from that of a man. Women are more nurturing, more what's it called? Uh, it's the feminine energy that they give. They're more motivational, they're more nurturing, they're more understanding and caring when it comes to maneuvering feelings and stuff like that. Most men are not. But I also like the sternness of a man. Men know how to make you get out of those emotions well. They know how to snap you back to reality, and stuff of that nature. But I love breasts. I love coochie. I love dick. So I need both. And no, I'm not talking about no trans. I mean like woman, woman, man, man, and that's it.
You could get all three in one package.
I don't want all three in one thing. No offense, but I do not. I don't. But I've been
I'm not
married.
offended.
I've had to anyone in the comments if they might, but I've been through different types of relations. I've been married. I had the nuclear
To a man or
family,
to a man
all
or a
of that,
woman.
to a man. And our relationship fell apart during my pregnancy. That's usually when men choose to, I don't know, look outside of the relationship a lot of times. And it was like one of the worst betrayals I ever experienced in my life.
Hmm.
Because I was with the man from when I was 18 years old till I was 27.
Hmm.
And, after having kids, my body changed, and I wasn't who he desired anymore, you know?
Hmm.
And so he started to look outside our marriage. Instead of trying to work with me to be who I was, like men look at women like, oh, once you're fat, you're useless. But if a man truly loves you, he'll work that out with you. You know what I mean? It's not something that's like impossible to change. You just go to the gym. But instead he chose to do all of that outside of our relationship.
Hmm.
And So after that, because I didn't, when I was with him, I couldn't imagine myself with anybody outside of him. I was like, I'm going to die with him. This is my forever and whatever. So when all that happened, it was like the fantasy I had built up in my mind of what relationship was and what love was and marriage, it was like he broke it, you know?
What do you believe about relationship now? You there? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
You,
Can you hear me?
now I can.
Oh, I don't know what happened. But I think people,
What do you believe about
a lot of
relationships
people,
now?
yeah, they try to turn people into who they believe they have the capabilities of being instead of just loving people for who they are, like who they actually are. And I believe relationships are healthy. As humans, we need each other in order to thrive in life. But it's about finding the person who accepts you completely for who you are, flaws and all, and also vice versa, and deciding to love them despite who they are. Because everybody comes with shit. And it's just about deciding if that person's baggage is worth dealing with long term. That's all it is.
You want to hear a great quote?
Yeah.
The more couples can be accepting of each other's differences, the better. But where we often go wrong is when we try to turn our partners into ourselves and then criticize them when that doesn't work. Those differences that were once so alluring and magnetic become long lasting points of friction.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Like I said, that's why most people go wrong in relationship because they try to turn them into the potential that they see this person could be. Oh, you could be so great or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the trick is to actually see them actually who they are, as they are right there in that moment. And then deciding if you're okay with being with them that way. Because most people, they don't change. They are who they are. And maybe like a major heartbreak will make them make some corrections for the next person, but they still are who they are at the core,
Yeah.
So.
No.
And
All
the
right.
thing about men having desires, I heard a lot of people saying men have needs, desire, whatever. Women have needs too. And if you commit yourself to a relationship where it's supposed to be monogamous and stuff of that nature, then that's what you commit to. But if you're not capable of committing to a monogamous relationship, then it's best to be honest about that in the beginning instead of setting both of y'all up for failure and heartbreak.
Yeah. Totally. All right. Well, thanks for sharing.
No
Watch out
problem.
for those
Thank you
lot
for having me.
lizards. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely do. All
All
right. You
right.
have a good
Bye
night.
bye. You too.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to go to bed, people. I'm tired. Great being with y'all. Small but mighty. January 27th. I'll be on campus at the Arizona State University talking to people. It's going to be interesting there because I feel like the demographic will be mostly like 18 to 22-year-olds on the main campus there. Of course, there'll be some in their 20s and 30s, but by and large, it's going to be, on average about 20-year-olds, which is going to be interesting. The people I talk to on here, oftentimes the younger ones, how do I put this? They haven't experienced a lot of life yet. And so, well, this is true of just young people in general, myself included when I was young. It's like they think they know so much. But the older I get, the more I realize I don't know a whole lot. So it'll be interesting. Stay tuned for that. Again, TikTok's probably going to be banned on the 19th. So if you want to see future content and clips from when I do these campus conversations, you're going to have to follow me on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, which is linked in my bio here on TikTok. All right, great being with you all. Make it a great day or not. The choice is always yours. Yeah, I did get lemonade. I don't understand it, Krista. I don't understand it at all. Unpopular opinion, TikTok shouldn't be banned. That's my opinion. I really don't understand lemonade. Like, what do I do with this thing? A lot of streamers are moving to favorited the app. What does that mean? What? I have 1,000 followers on Lemonade? How is that possible? Who are these people and why are they following me? Yeah, I would have to imagine. Here, I'll just post a video. I'll post one of my, like, already posted porn coach videos and see what happens. Yeah, I have Instagram. Same handle. Tell the truth. I just found this random video. Favorited? What is favorited? That's the name of the app? Favorited? I mean, and then there's Clapper, which is also another like TikTok thing. I'm on Clapper as well. Got 350 followers. Yeah, the issue, Krista, is nobody watches me on YouTube. So I go live and rarely do I ever have 2 concurrent viewers on YouTube.